CEO of LIA app, David Warren. Thank you all for being here. We're excited to teach you about this application and the great recurring revenue opportunities that you can have by selling this application to companies and clients in your portfolio who have substantial sales teams. So for those of you who have never been to SaaSmax, or this is the first SnAPPshot webinar, just want to give you a brief overview of us so you know who and why we've been working with SaaS vendors. And it's basically that we're the ultimate value-add SaaS marketplace that's focused on bringing SaaS vendors together with prospective resellers and buyers. No one else is really focused on ensuring that there are quality, channel-friendly SaaS solutions out there that are offering incentive programs and collaboration with potential resellers. And that's what we're trying to do within our marketplace, is to make it a very efficient way to discover and collaborate and create business opportunities together by starting with our marketplace. So if you're a reseller, as many of you are here today, our marketplace helps you to hopefully discover the right apps for the right customers, and there in turn earn more recurring revenue. The vendors in our marketplace are primarily channel friendly and have incentive programs and reseller programs, whether it's an affiliate program, a direct commission program, a wholesale program, or a white label program. And you can identify that through the SaaS app tiles in the search results or on their app accounts. We give you a dedicated account executive when you join, so that if you have inquiries and need help identifying or drilling down to the right solutions, we can help you do that. And we also make direct introductions to the C-level people at SaaS companies if necessary. Our tools help you really drill down nicely in the WiseApp search functionality, so we encourage you to do that on your own and be able to log in as a reseller and learn quickly what the reseller offers and special offers are. And we offer probably the most comprehensive data in one location per app. So you can see all the technical data, compliance data, pricing data, marketing collateral data, and reseller program information, all as a logged-in member of SaaSmax. So then we also provide educational events like this, where we bring the C-level, the CEO of the SaaS company, which is a great opportunity, directly to you, so you can hear about these solutions directly from the people who are bringing them to market. So now I'd love to introduce you to David Warren. He's the CEO of LIA. He's been in the SaaS and cloud sector for more than 15 years, and has developed this application based on real market needs. And David, welcome to SaaSmax, and please take over from here.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good day to everybody. Thanks for joining us on the webinar today. Really excited to speak with you. And Dina, thanks to you and Henry and the whole SaaSmax team for the opportunity. It's a really terrific tool, and we're excited to be a part of it. Thank you all for being here. We are a SaaS startup here in San Diego, and we strongly believe in a reseller program. We strongly believe in affiliate and channel programs and heavily incentivize them. You're a very important part of how we go to market, and very timely. Just yesterday, we had one of our resellers for us close a 50-seat deal, which is a nice thing to talk about as we go into this, because what we're offering folks is a highly incentivized commission structure. We are staff-based, and so what we offer our resellers is a 20% commission for the entire first year of that paying customer that they bring in. It's an amazing annuity that you can build for yourselves. And to kick off the new year, we thought we'd sweeten it a little bit and offer a free LinkedIn upgrade. We'll upgrade your LinkedIn account for the whole year on the first client that gets converted from your reseller relationship with us in SaaSmax. So again, we believe in you guys and appreciate you being on the call today. I'm just going to take about 15 minutes to run through our software and what we do, and then really look forward to hearing questions and response from you. LIA is an app for large sales teams. It ensures that outside reps have sales content on their mobile device, and then it sends analytics back to management about what's working in the field. Really the first time that management can see what is contributing towards pipeline acceleration And the salespeople love it because they have everything they need right on their mobile device, right at the point of opportunity. Our first customer was Qualcomm. We largely focus on big organizations, enterprises in the beginning. We're privileged to have really the most important company in mobile choose LIA as their mobile sales tool to kick things off. We won a lot of awards. Some of the best ones are Connect's Most Innovative New Product Award. We're a 2013 Cool Company Award. 2014 is fairly new, but I promise you there's more awards coming for 2014. We are venture-backed by Analytics Ventures because of the strength of our back-end analytics features. Essentially what it is for the salesperson is they're more than ever before carrying around tablets and smartphones, and they need to always have the content that they need to do their job available on their device, even when they're offline. They need to not have to log in through all sorts of channel portals to get to presentations, competitive intelligence briefings, testimonial videos. All those things are native on the device, and they're always up to date. We have some great features in there that allow reps to email content directly off the device so that when they're in the midst of an opportunity, they email it off, and it records that transaction in their CRM automatically. And in the meanwhile, analytics is fed back to headquarters so that they can produce better content for folks out in the field. I want to move quickly into the tactics of the opportunities. We find that teams of 10 or more outside sales reps with tablets are the ideal profile of someone who you could pick up as a lead and as a customer for us. This is an especially good tool in any industry where compliance tends to be the first word in marketing and sales. So that lends itself to medical device and biotech, pharmaceutical, financial services. All those have been very good sectors for us. And then we pick up a lot of folks in the high-tech sector. These are teams that tend to struggle with a lot of tools provided for them by corporate that require a lot of logins and are generally pretty cumbersome. They tend to slow sales teams down rather than speed them up. And so this tends to be a good tool for all those folks in that sector. And what we found, especially this time of year, is that a lot of these companies are having their annual sales meetings. And this becomes a great tool to hand off to the sales teams at those annual sales meetings in these sectors. The point of entry, the job titles that are important, sales managers, directors, and VPs. They're the ones who have teams of 10, 50, 200 reps who they hear the complaints all the time. They hear the complaints about accessing content and struggling with internal systems. Sometimes just general outside sales reps will pick up a few seats. But really that sales manager, director, and VP is the best. And then, of course, the marketing VP or director that owns content, they often hear the complaints. They often wonder how effective their content is being. And so this becomes a great tool for them. So really that sort of sales manager, director, VP really is the best port of entry. So I want to go over some features and benefits that will help you sell this. Again, this is an app on sales reps' mobile devices, and then there's a cloud-based CMS that headquarters logs into to load content and distribute it out to the sales teams. So we talk to reps all the time. We obsessively get into their world to understand what their needs are, and they have a lot of issues, such as trying to search for current versions, right? Even though corporate provides an intranet or something for content, really reps end up using their email as their content repository. So they're always searching for the current versions. They're always having to log into these content portals. And then once they do, they're having to download it. I think many of us can picture and empathize with a rep who's on an elevator ride up to go see a prospect, and they're frantically hoping that the download lands on their machine before they walk through the front door. And so all these things are struggles. And what LIA does is it removes all that complexity from the life of the salesperson. New versions are automatically updated. We rip off the old version and publish out the new. They're tagged, so they're very easy to search. Rather than opening up a content portal of 3,000 documents, only the relevant content for that rep is pushed out to that specific person's device. And because LIA syncs up automatically to their mobile devices, the content is always available offline. Videos play instantly. We have a rep who says, buffering costs me money. And so that sort of awkward technical moments where you're starting up a sales conversation, we remove that. And this is especially important, again, for the sort of biotech, pharma, medical folks that maybe only have 5 minutes with a doctor and don't want to spend half of that struggling with technology. And then, of course, I mentioned the email off the app with a read receipt that takes away a lot of the admin that they would normally have to do in their CRM. So LIA is a great tool for salespeople, but it's also a great tool for the
David, are you there? David, I think we lost you. If everyone's on, I'm going to send David a little note to let him know we can't hear him. And please hold on. We'll see if he can call in. Okay. Well, it looks like his connectivity lost. And what I can do is continue on with him, with his presentation as we go, because I've seen it before. But basically, the marketing needs for LIA are that it helps the marketing team know what's working in the field. It has analytics on the back end that can be accessed in real time that can tell the marketing and sales team who's using the who's
Hi there.
using. Oh, hi, David. This is Dina.
Hi, Dina. I'm back on. I apologize for the call dropping.
No problem.
Thanks for picking it up.
Sure. We're on the next slide, and I was just talking about the analytics.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So as I mentioned, we were backed by Analytics Ventures because of the amazing analytics on the back end of this. You know, marketing folks have a lot of analytics about everything happening on their website. And then the lead gets converted from the website and handed off to the salesperson, and we no longer know how marketing is contributing towards that deal close. Well, for the first time now, because sales reps are using our app, we're capturing analytics that tell marketing how's content being used, where and when, and in relation to what deals. It's amazing insight. The other thing that marketing struggles with is a consistent messaging out, especially when there's a dispersed sales team. We hear nightmare stories about reps going off the reservation and creating their own presentations. This really ensures globally consistent messaging, especially when a quick response is needed at a trade show or in a PR type of situation. So I want to speak about our pricing plans and get right down to the nut of the dollar opportunity here. We have built LIA for speed of adoption. What we want is for you all to be able to flex your networks, make the introductions, and see a deal close quickly. We offer LIA at $49 per user per month. That's it. No 5 tiers with different file sizes and file numbers and all sorts of things like that. It's simple, it's fast, it's built for speed. It's $49 per month. No limit on the amount of content. Put it on all your reps' devices. They can have it on their issued, tablet. They can have it on their smartphone. They can have it on a personal device. What we want is for them to use it, and to have it on everything, and to not be constrained by, the number or size of files, not be constrained by whatever devices they might be carrying. We run into enterprise customers that will sometimes ask for some customization, in which case we'll do a non-recurring expense with them, and then maybe give a reduced per user pricing. In some cases, for really large deployments, we've gone as low as $25 per user per month. But in those cases, you're looking at really, really large deployments. We have had a wide variety of client sizes come to us. We've had as low as a 1-seat user, and then we've had 7-figure customers as well. We are offering you all a discount if you're in the SaaS Max program. We think that really the best way for this to work for you is if you're using the tool. And so we're giving a 50% discount to everybody in the SaaS Max program. how great if you could walk into your contact space, have all your material for all the things that you're selling right there on your mobile device whenever an opportunity comes up. So please don't hesitate to try us out because we think it'll make you more effective in general, and it'll preach the gospel of LIA to your contact base. So again, we're offering a 20% revenue share for the whole first year. That means as you sell this, you're building up an annuity for yourself. It's not just a one-time pop and then you've got to go slay another elephant. It's an annuity for you. It's a great technology offering for your clients. This year, for the first time, tablet sales are outpacing PC sales. This is a great need for the folks in your referral network. We offer great marketing and customer support. I think that a mistake is made when we just throw software at clients. We like to follow up and make sure they're being successful with that because it's a subscription model. And so we want to make sure that they're really, really successful with the tool. Let's look at how, just by making introductions, you can really build up a great monthly commission. I mentioned that really ideally outside rep teams of 10 or more are the best folks to reach out to. And so even at that minimum level, you're starting to build a monthly commission for yourself of about $100 a month. And obviously it quickly escalates. I mentioned that yesterday we had a member of our referral program bring in 50 users. Well, that's going to be $500 passive income in their pocket for the whole next year. So I would really encourage you all to see the opportunity. We're not going to offer this 20% commission for very long. We really want to goose this referral network and excite you all about this. Again, we believe in the SaaSmax program and the folks here. So I want you all to get a picture of what that monthly commission can be. Do the math in your minds about what that means over the next year for you.
Yeah, this is extremely attractive, particularly because it's a fairly passive referral. There's not much that needs to be done or trained on it. It's very easy to use.
That's right. So I was doing my best, and I think that even with a dropped call, we managed to keep this to about 15 minutes on my side. I would encourage you all today to sign up as a LIA reseller, to try out a test account, and to use LIA. And again, not only are we offering that 20% discount, but when your first deal comes through, large or small, we're going to pay for a LinkedIn premium account upgrade for you for the first year, which will help your whole business in general. So we'd love to hear questions about the technology or the sales process and how we can make you successful with LIA and SaaSmax for this new year.
Great. And David, thank you so much for presenting that. We do have one question that came in, which I think is relevant, and it asks, what CRMs does LIA currently integrate with?
It's a great question. So CRM is the other major tool that salespeople are out there using. A couple of things. One is that LIA is not competitive with CRMs. We're very complementary to CRMs. I was even up at the Salesforce.com conference in November and was very excited about the possibilities. So we currently integrate across all major CRMs, Salesforce.com, Zoho, Oracle CRM on Demand, really any major CRM. And it's important to understand how we integrate to those CRMs. I'll just give you one example. Salespeople typically hate their CRMs. Sales management likes it because it's a reporting tool. And so one of the things that we do is let's say a rep has 5 minutes with a doctor or a purchasing agent or something like that. They walk in, they show them content on LIA on their mobile device, and that prospect says, great, I'm interested. Can you send me that content? Right off the app, they email that content off to the prospect. When that happens, the email BCCs into their Salesforce.com account or whatever CRM they're using. When it gets dropped into that account, it automatically populates that specific opportunity and says, Dina Moskowitz sent the Introducing SaaSmax slide deck to David Warren, CEO of LIA, on this date, and it populates it right into their CRM without the rep having to do anything. That means more sales time for that sales rep. That means better reporting for the leadership over there. So lots of future integration to happen, but that's just one example of what we're doing. So so we integrate again across every major CRM.
That's excellent. And let me ask you, does this work on a laptop as well as tablets, or just tablets? And does it work on cell phones, or is it just tablets?
Yeah, it works on all those. As long as the laptop is a Windows 8 laptop, then we do have a native app for that. Otherwise, you have to use a web browser if you're on, say, a Mac. But there's a web browser version of this as well. But yes, it works on iPad, it works on iPhone, Android tablets and phones, and Windows 8 tablets and laptops. And then there's a web browser for any other circumstance. We really want the rep to have it on all their devices so they're always ready to make a sale.
Okay, great. I have one more question, which says, it says, do you have a case study example that shows how LIA solved the problem and was a must-have solution that could be easily replicated across other customers and industries? I think that would help them to sell, make the sales case.
Great, absolutely. I'll very quickly give two that sort of gives you an idea of sort of the top end sort of sale and then an SMB sale use case. So, I mentioned that Qualcomm was one of our first customers. They actually have thousands of people globally that represent Qualcomm with an ever-changing array of content relating to all their chipsets and products and competitive intelligence and market changes. All at the same time, their reps are flying all over the place. So there's a lot of movement happening there. And so when we first deployed to them, we did a pretty small deployment because it's hard to do things in a large organization. I'll say this, that most enterprises can take a very long time to onboard vendors and integrate to IT. Well, once this was rolled out to reps, even on a small scale within Qualcomm, it became such a must-have tool that they began to shell out non-recurring expense checks to us to integrate to more and more systems within there. And boy, let me tell you, I dare you to take LIA out of the sales reps' hands now because it's a very important tool. They'll use it in interesting ways. We would like them to use it every day, but sometimes these reps who have a small amount of products and maybe have 5 or 6 named accounts, it becomes very much an insurance plan for them. So that if they're in a restaurant with a prospect or whatever and they don't know the answer to a question, they're able to pull out LIA, show a 1-minute video, pull up a slide deck, and keep the meeting going instead of having to say, hey, let me get back to you. So, so that's an example of sort of how a big company absorbed LIA and how we're seeing other large companies do it, where they have, again, thousands of people globally that they're trying to keep on the same page. I want to give an SMB example as well. We recently picked up a customer that is actually a beer import company out of Canada. We did not get paid in beer. We didn't work that into the contract. But what they're doing is, they're a small organization that is setting up a distribution network within the U.S. And so they have distributors who carry many, many lines of products. So, hop out of the beer business for a second. You think of any company that has a product that goes to market through distributors or channels. Well, what they're doing is they bought seats of LIA, licenses of LIA, for their distributors. So they're not even their employees, they're their distributors, and it's on their device. And that means that when new spec sheets come out, a video testimonial from a brewer, whatever comes out, they can push that out to all their distributors. It automatically updates, and they can verify whether it's being used and their distributors are engaged with their content. That was a 12-seat deal, but I think it's a really neat example of how a smaller business that maybe uses channels can deploy LIA to be more effective.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I think that's the last of the questions, and it was a great question and a great answer. And I think it will help everyone on the call to be able to think more creatively in terms of all the different ways that this could be used. And so, David, thank you again for your time today, and thank you everyone for coming on and learning more about LIA. And I'm